Hello, everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Beyond the Cover. Yes, where you will discover exactly what it is and what it's going to be. Now, as you can see on me, I have my Amore 2 Class C boutique jumpsuit. Now, as you can see, this is our two-tone jumpsuit that you guys have been made known about. Um, and it has the little side that y'all can see, um, and on this side. So this is the front, as you know. So that's this beauty right here, as you can see it on me. Now, behind me, we have our more 2 Classy Boutique. Um, this is another jumpsuit. You know, it's a classy jumpsuit just like this one. And I matched it and paired it with our purse. This is the perfect purse to go with that. It has the little feathers on the side, honey, so you could be classy and cute. And then it also has this part, so as you are walking, you can have this flowy part right here. So we have that. Um, as you know, for what I have on, you can pair it with these wonderful glasses. And that's how you can wear this one. And then we have the pink ones to go with that one. So before we get started, I'm going to show you the video to show you can see how to see the Beyond the Cover.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a
All
chance.
right. So that's how you can see the Beyond the Cover, where you discover exactly what it is and what it's going to be. We are on Roku as Beyond the Cover, and we are also on YouTube as Let's Dig Deep. And as you can see, you may see me on LinkedIn, you may see me on YouTube right now, and you may see me on Facebook. So hey, how you doing? We're about to get right into it. So before we get into it, then we have this wonderful mug that says "Dream Big." This goes with the topic, sweetheart. It says dream big, work hard, and make it happen. So first you must dream big. God gives you these big old visions, and you like, how in the world am I going to do this? How? And God is like, I'm gonna show you how. So once you get that big dream, now you're gonna have to put in the works. Because faith without works is dead. So you gotta work hard. This is hard work. What are you passionate about? Passion means what are you willing to suffer for? Now, then after you have, worked hard to make it happen, now you have to make it happen. If you didn't put in all the works, now you have to make it happen, sweetheart. Now it has to happen. So we have these wonderful mugs. If you want a mug, you can purchase it on our website at the link below at cfortressmagazine.com. Now, I also have, again, these Darling You Are Fabulous packages. It comes with the journal and a mug and this wonderful pen right here. So, that's what we have to show. Now, I didn't put the flyer on, but we do have our Boss Ladies Luncheon starting next month. Well, we already had one luncheon. Everybody was excited. But this luncheon is going to be the best luncheon of your life. So, for all my boss ladies, you want to go ahead and sign up on the cportraitsmagazine.com website. And it's the luncheon. So, it's Friday, May the 20th. So, you definitely want to go ahead and sign up due to limited seating. Now we will be having this just about every month, unless we have other events. But this is an event that will occur every month because I'm trying to give you wealth. I'm trying to, make sure that you know everything that you need to know. Well, we're being boss ladies. There's a lot that's changing, especially since COVID has hit. We need to know what's out there so we can continue to be prosperous in everything that we do, sweetheart. So I have the people that you need to know, and it's good to just network. So bring your business cards. At all my events, you will get a journal. You will get a pen, because I'm promoting this so that you can write your revelations down every day, write your visions, your big dreams, all of that, make it plain. That's what God has us to do. Now, as you know, on Beyond the Cover, where you discover, we have our Beyond the Cover Academy. Now, I must discuss this because there's a lot of parents that have already signed their children up, and they're wanting more information. Well, I also have a different website for Beyond the Cover, and it's actually called beyondthecoveracademy.org. I don't know if I can put that on the comments because I'm on several different platforms right now, but it's called beyondthecoveracademy.org. .org. And if you click on that and you click on the section that says register, then you could just register your child and sign them up. We're not starting classes until June or July, but it's supposed to start in June. So we're getting everything in aligned. We're getting field trips in alignment. We're getting all this in alignment so we can already give you the field trip form so you can know what field trips that they will be attending during, their time here. As you know, we're trying to help them find their gifts here. We're going beyond the cover here. So it's a faith-based school, to let you guys know that. So it is going to teach them about God. So want to make sure that you know that this is a faith-based academy. Because entrepreneurship is based off of faith, pretty much. So whether people want to admit it or not, it's all on faith. We don't know when we're going to get paid, how much we're going to get paid. It's none of that. So we're going to get straight into the topic of today. The topic of today is basically everything I just said. What are you born to do? I get this question often because a lot of people are wanting me to help them. They're telling me, hey, I got all these big plans and these big visions, and you seem to know how to navigate with all of the different ideas that God gives to you. Can you teach me how to do that? Well, I'm only one person, so I'm not available for to do consultations with just everybody that wants to know. So I decided to answer some of it on my show. Now you can also come to the luncheons and I can teach you there, because I will speak, and then whatever speaker I have for that luncheon or that brunch or that boss lady, whatever we having, they will be able to then tell you, we're going to I'm going to be able to tell you, and then they're going to tell you how to build wealth with the knowledge that I have given you. So, as you know, we are going to do the show. Now, now that you know what we are doing, I know y'all saw my daughter walking in because she doesn't listen sometimes. So That's why we've been teaching for the Beyond the Cover how to effectively listen. And we talked about the different ways to listen and pay attention. So you can say that you're listening, but you're not. So, but anyways, what are you born to do? That's a good question, isn't it? Like, what are you born to do? I don't know. I can't tell you, but I can tell you who can tell you. Because I didn't know what I was born to do. Nobody necessarily just wakes up and be like, oh, yeah, I was born to do this. Now, the very thing that you are born to do is the very thing that you actually love to do without being paid. If you love to do it and you find yourself doing it all the time and you don't have to be paid for it, that's what you were born to do. And it's something that helps other people. That's something that you were born to do. If you like decorating, that's something that's going to help someone that has a party. That's a need for that. That's what you were born to do. If you are a caregiver, that's what you are. If you like taking care of people, that's what you were born to do. I told you guys, I thought, everything that I went to school for is what I was supposed to go to business for. But God was like, no. When TC was like, what is it that you like to do? What do you do when that you didn't go to school for? What do you just find yourself doing? I was like, well, I like taking pictures a lot because I like making people smile, but I haven't went to school for that. So, I'm thinking that's not what I need to be going to business for because I didn't go to school for it. And he was like, well, that's where we're going to start right there. I'm like, huh? It was like with the thing that you love to do. That's what you're born to do. The very thing. Why would God have that pressed so hard on your heart for you to do it and you just love doing it? And that means that that's what you're born to do. Whether you're a caregiver, whether you love doing nails, whether you love doing hair, whatever makeup, whatever it is, that's what you're born to do, that you like to do. I'm doing what I like to do. Now, some of this is out of my comfort zone, but this is stuff that I like to do. All of it, even this that I thought I didn't like, this is something that I like to do. So, as you know, it says, after we find out the very thing that we like to do, that God called us to do, He will make room for that gift that you actually love to do. That gift, that talent that you have, that you just do, and it's just extravagant. Every time people see it, it's like, wow. God is like, that's what I made you for. That's what I made you for. And your gift will make room for you. You don't have to work a job to what kind of, that's not what God told you. Where in his word did he tell you that? He did. He said he will make room for you. And I'm going to tell you where in his word he said that your gift will make room for you. So we're going to go to Proverbs, the 18th chapter. And, okay, where your gift will make room for you is Proverbs, the 18th chapter, starting at verse 16. But God said we're going to start at the first verse of Proverbs, the 18th chapter. So, because I told you that, let's just get into it because he's going to guide me through it as we get into it. So, and this is part of it. This is what he does. He gives you a vision. You don't know how you're going to say it. He tells you one way, he changes it up, and this is how it goes. So, I thought I was going to Proverbs, the 18th chapter, verse 16. He said, do verse 1. Now, that's why we're supposed to read the whole thing before we even do it. So, but he's going to lead us through it if we just do it. So, I'm going to do it. Now, Proverbs, the 18th chapter, starting at verse 1, it says, an unfriendly person pursues selfish ends, and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. So, meaning, an unfriendly person is one that's just stuck on themselves. They're very unfriendly. If it ain't making them money, they don't care about you and what you got to do because It's about me, and did you know me? And then, I got to make me money, and I don't care if it makes you money, and I'm going to be successful, and you're not, type of thing. They're not saying that, but they're doing it, unfriendly. So, that was verse 1. Verse 2, it says, fools. Now, if you look up the word fool or foolish, it's a stupid person. Fools find no pleasure in understanding. A fool. Now, you try to help them understand stuff, and this is the way it should go, and this is the right way that God will have us to do it, and all this and that. And a foolish person finds no pleasure in understanding what you're trying to say. You can break it down, show them facts, they're delusional, and they're stuck in their delusional world. They're not stuck on reality and what's actually happening. They're in their delusional worlds, and they're going to base it off of what they think in their delusional minds. Period. Now, it says, so a fool finds no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. These very foolish people, very ones that don't want to hear nothing you have to say when you have facts. The facts. When you have facts, they don't want to hear nothing you say. So as you are on this journey to doing the thing that you were born to do, if you come across people that, no matter what you try to, they don't have no understanding of it, they don't want to understand, stay away from them. That's wasting your time, wasting what God has you to do. Period. Now, they delight in airing their own opinions, but then they're going to have an opinion on everybody and everything that's going on. Why are you doing it? That don't make sense. But God said, lean not to your own understanding and acknowledge him in all your ways. They don't make sense. I mean, we got to make sense. And if it ain't making sense, then, but you're not making sense. And what you're doing is not making you happy. So I'd rather be happy than to fake it till I make it. Period. Now, verse 3, when the wickedness comes, so does contempt. And with shame comes reproach. Reproach means this. Verse 4, the words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom is a rushing stream. It is not good to be partial. To be, half yourself. I'm just doing this job because it pays my bills and all that. Well, you're being partial. God said it's not good. On verse 5, it says, Proverbs 18 chapter verse 5, it's not good to be partial to the wicked. God said, Shanita, you need to read the whole thing. It's not good to be partial to the wicked. So they still could go to the jobs, because they don't have you doing what he has you to do, period. So, you shouldn't be partial in anything that you do, period. My grandmama always used to tell me that, we always need to put our best foot forward in everything that we do. Give it our best no matter what we do. So, and so deprive the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouths invite a beating. We're reading. The mouths of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts. One who is slack in his work is brother to one who destroys. Is a brother to one who destroys. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. Before a downfall, the heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor. To answer before listening. Again, be slow to speak, but quick to hear. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. You should be ashamed of yourself, because how are you going to be able to, that goes back to what he was saying, that you have no understanding, but you have your own opinion. You like to air out your own opinion. Because if you have not yet listened to anyone, first, You have all this knowledge and what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, but you don't want to listen to nobody that's already been through it and already doing it. If you answer before listening, that is folly and shame. You should be ashamed of yourself because you didn't even listen. So how are you able to answer the question? That's like, what is that show, Family Feud? When they beat the buzzer before he even finished the question. And now they looking like, oh, well, you lost your chance. Because you're too busy trying to hurry up and answer it before you even listen. Listen. Be slow to speak and quick to listen. Now, the human spirit can endure in sickness, but a crushed spirit, who can bear it? The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge. So people that can discern stuff, we acquire more knowledge from the real knowledge, from God. For the ears of the wise seek it out. Now, we're on Proverbs the 18th chapter, verse 16. And he's going to bring all this together because I thought I was just going to go to Proverbs 18th chapter, verse 16. But this is how it is when you're going towards your gift. Your gift opens, it says a gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. Meaning, your gift is going to make room for you. Meaning, your gift, no matter if you feel disqualified or whatever, it's going to open doors for you. Period. You're going to be, well, I walked indoors. I would have never contacted the airport to take pictures, especially when I first started, and I'm thinking I'm not really qualified and all this stuff. But if God qualifies you, then it doesn't matter. Your gift, again, will make room for you. So not only do I take pictures for their outreach events, now some of their outreach businesses are placed in my Destined magazine. Every month they pay for that. So God is just, he makes room for your actual gift. Period. If you receive it. But if you're trying to do everything else and be partial here and partial there and everywhere, partial with your gift, partial here, partial, you're never going to be fulfilled. So, what are you born to do? Exactly what God has you to do. I am a living witness. Now, again, May, I will be in business for 7 years. I have not worked 6 of the 7 years that I've been in business. So, in the 6 years that I have solely been in business, in faith, in God, just having faith in God this whole time and nothing else, because who am I going to ask? Who has taken this journey with 2 kids? I had 2 babies. 2 babies when he told me to do this, when God had me to go on this path. The unknown. I didn't go to school for it, and now you want me to use the very thing I didn't go to school for. This is my gift, and this is what I have to do. Okay, God. With 2 children. Babies. Single mother. At that moment. At that moment. Not speaking it on my life now, but at that moment, I had just freshly became a single mom. So you know how intense that is at the beginning when you separate from, the other half. And then, with everybody else in my family working, they had to work. So when I, found my gift and what I was born to do, I thought it was just photography. But that was my gift. That's one of my gifts. And as I've been on this journey of my gift, I've learned that I was gifted in more things. Like, everything that I do now. But that's just my gift. Now, your calling and your gift are two different things. Your gift will make room for you. Your calling will too. But your calling and your gift are two totally different things. My gift is, I'm gifted at being a photographer. I'm gifted at decorating. I'm gifted at a lot of things. But my calling is to minister to people and, to be the light. We are all called to do his will, his way, period. Yahweh. So it's either Yahweh or you can hit the highway. So that's what it is. So I can't go too deep into it on today because that's all I have for you to learn what you are born to do. But if you want to learn more of who you are destined to be and all of that, you can go to my luncheons, my Boss Lady luncheons, so that, you can find out your gift and how to market it. And then, we're going to have a resourceful person to tell you, the resources that you have, that will make room for the gift that you have so that you don't have to think that, hey, I have to work this job in order to do what I got to do. No, where did God tell you that? Where am I doing it at? He's providing. Everything that he tells me to do, he provides. He told me to do this building. I didn't have that money at the time that he told me to do this building, but it came. So I just have to know. And it's not like I just be knowing, oh, yeah, I do, but then, it gets scary for me too. So to get off of that, we have our new clothing. Because everyone has asked for the jumpsuits. And do you have any classy jumpsuits that I can wear? Because I don't be liking to wear dresses and all of this and that. Well, now I'm showing you that we have it here in different sizes and large and all of that for everyone to be able to try on, feel, or whatever. You can also get the catalog or go on to cportraitsmagazine.com. We're working on the More to Classy Boutique website now, so it could be a separate website, but right now you can go straight on to cportraitsmagazine.com and purchase and get your size. That's what I wanted a More to Classy to be, something that you can physically see, but you can also get your size, because I hated when I saw something but I couldn't find it in my size. So now this is a place that you can be classy and cute and you can find things in your size. So let me go ahead and show that for you.
Honey, see behind my game boy, I got game girl, it comes easy.
Now, I'm about to show you an interview that I did with someone last year that has went towards their gifts and they are prosperous in their gift. So it's going to be a quick video, no longer than 16 minutes, that you'll be able to enjoy and view. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Let's go beyond the cover so that you can discover. So this is what this video is going to be. Hello, everyone. This is Shanidra with Destin Magazine. I have on here Miss Adama.
Yes, Adama. You pronounce it without the N.
Okay, Adama.
Yes.
And she's going to introduce herself and her business.
Yes. So, hello everyone. I'm Adama. and I am the owner of Melanated Nails. I've been in business for about 1.5, a little over a year, and I also started a new business as well. And what I do is I sell luxury press-on nails for every boss woman. For I know that a lot of boss women are busy doing their 9 to 5s, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a mom, everyone's busy, and especially during this pandemic, no one feels safe going out and doing their nails. So I decided to, create press-on nails so that you save time, you save money, and it's safer because you're not in everyone's face at the salon. So that's one of the reasons why I created Melanated Nails.
That's one of the reasons why I was interested in your business and featuring it in the magazine is because they look very unique. It's not like your normal type of little Dollar Tree press-ons. They were nice, luxury-looking press-on nails. So, could you tell us a little bit more about how you came up with the idea, or how you started?
Yes. So in high school, I always loved doing nails. I would always YouTube styles and do it on myself, do it on my cousins. And then I went into college, and then I did acrylic nails for like my freshman year. And then I was a STEM major, I was a pre-med major, and I just stopped. And then when I graduated, I'm in the health field. So I knew that I wasn't allowed to wear acrylics. I wasn't allowed to wear nail polish. And I really love nails. And I was like, this is my hobby. This is my passion. So how can I incorporate that? And I decided, okay, press-ons. I can wear press-ons and take them off when I'm about to go to work. So I decided to start, experimenting and seeing how it would go. And I liked it. And I was like, I'm probably not the only one with this, with this problem. So I researched, and I found out that so many people actually enjoy press-ons. And I was like, okay, why not? I love doing this. People have a need for it. So let's do it.
I definitely have a need for it. As a business owner and a mom, we have to wash dishes. We have to do everything.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, I don't want to really get my nails messed up. So if I could just take them off and then put them back on when I need them,
Mm-hmm.
better instead of dealing with glue and your fingers getting stuck and you have to be in front of somebody in 2 minutes. I could just press it on. And
Exactly. Yes.
I love the idea. And you mentioned that you have another business that you have launched.
Yes, it's called Colored Mindset. I'm very into mental health. I was a biobehavioral major at Penn State, and I am very into mental health. I'm currently studying for my MCAT, so I'm very much into, thank you, mental health. And during this, 2020 has been very traumatic, and I wanted people to have Black people to have an outlet and to understand how important it is to take care of our mental health. And I wanted to create that space for us to talk about it, to be aware about it, to break the stigma on mental health. So that led me into creating Colored Mindset. And it used to be a blog that I did, but then I really saw a need for it in 2020 to restart it. I stopped and I was like, I definitely have to restart this now.
That is awesome. I would definitely love for you to talk about that on my YouTube talk show. That is some of the topics that we deal with. Last year, I discussed anxiety. So many things people do not discuss. So that is truly your new business that you have started is truly needed as well. Um, what made you start? You said that you started it last year during the pandemic. What made you start it during the pandemic?
It was really, I also was dealing with my mental health, anxiety and panic attacks and all these things. And I was like, I was reading, I bought a book, and it's called Black Mental Health. I forgot the author, but I was reading it, and it was just, it made me think like because prior to the pandemic, I started writing. I started a blog, and I just forgot about it. And then I kept getting signs like, my mental health was depreciating, and I was reading more into mental health and stuff like that. And I was like, why can't I give an open space for us to talk about our mental health? So it's very therapeutic for us to talk about it. And it was therapeutic for me to talk about it. So I thought it would be very therapeutic for others to talk about it. And that's why I created it. I created Colored Mindset.
I truly believe that you got signs because so many times we can almost ignore the signs, and God is like, "This is what I want you to do right
Yeah.
here. This right here is what." And we're like, "No, I can't do that. My mind is not right." He was like, "Focus on why your mind is not right. Focus on this so you can help someone else. Focus on," and it's like, how can I focus on? I'm trying to, And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And the funny thing is, like you were talking about before, is I was like, am I doing too much? Because I already have melanated nails. And I was like, am I doing too much? But it just went smooth. It kept going smooth, kept going smoothly. And I was like, yeah, this is definitely what I need to do. I think this is something that I'm destined to do. So I had to do it.
I completely agree. He will push us whether we want to be like Jonah in the Bible and try to run the opposite way and have to go through the belly of the fish and then repent to get out, or we just do what he said. But at the end of the day, we have to live out our purpose.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, with that being said, how would you motivate someone else that may be struggling with depression or with anxiety about starting their business? How would you motivate them to just, you know, push forward?
Uh, from I would tell them that do it scared. It's not going to be perfect at first, but you learn. I've learned so much throughout the way, and also when you push yourself to do something that you're scared of, God will send people to help you. I have I it's so amazing how many people I've met just opening and starting my business. So many people who have, you think that you don't have people around you, but God will definitely, once you do the thing that He said you should do, He will send the right people to you. And it is hard, but once you push through, He will guide you through it. So that's what I would tell them.
That is biblical. He tells us not to lean into our own understanding, but
Exactly.
to acknowledge him in all of our ways. And then right after he said acknowledge him in all our ways, he said, do not be wise in your own eyes. So it makes sense as to why he said, don't lean to your own understanding. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to lean to my own understanding. And he's like, acknowledge me, you acknowledge him, and then everything, you're like, oh, okay, I can see where you want to go. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, snaps, all these crashes and all this stuff is happening around me. This cannot be right. He said, do not be wise in your own eyes, because that would deter you and put fear in you, which is not of God. Um, to from doing the thing that he is calling you to do. It's that
Mm-hmm.
very thing that you're like, no, it can't be right. That's what it is.
That's very true. That is so true.
How
Yeah.
do how do you motivate yourself Because so many times people think that it's so easy for entrepreneurs, like, oh, you just have it easy. That's just easy for you because you want to do this and you don't have bad days. I have bad days. What do you do when you have those bad days and you don't feel like getting up? How do you push yourself in the morning?
Ooh, it's tough. There's days that you literally don't want to do anything. Sometimes you don't do anything. But what pushes me is the fact that I have a vision and I know where I want to go. I push through how I feel at the moment because I see something bigger than what the moment is, what the current moment is. And that's what pushes me.
And it's so amazing because God will show us, like, this is where I'm trying to take you. Now, He doesn't show us the bad part that we have to go through to get to that. But it's like, oh, shoot, Lord, what is this? Like, there's a lot going on here. And He's like, just focus on me, acknowledge me. I got you. Because every time we see Joseph, Jonah, or anybody in the Bible, it's like, and the Lord was with them. And the Lord was with him. So it's like, well, as long as I know I have God with me, I can get through anything.
Anything. Yes. And another thing is not to compare too. Comparison will definitely kill your joy. Like you said, what's for you is for you, and just look at your own path because you can easily get discouraged. I think that's most of my, when I get discouraged is because I'm looking at other people instead of looking at my journey where I'm supposed to go. My journey is not someone else's. Their journey is not mine. I have their what they do may work for them, and what I do may work for me, and it may not work for them.
That is so true. I tell so many people that it's because they ask me, they're like, well, I don't see you this year. God is wanting me to be quiet and silent. There's a lot of big new visions that He has given me, but I have to be quiet. And I have not been on Facebook as much. I may go on there for 2 seconds and I'm off. I can't show anything. So for me not to show anything, I just prefer not to be on there. And they're like, well, don't you need to promote your business? And don't you need to, like, well, I'm not the author of my business. I'm not the CEO of my business. It's really God. So if God is not telling me to promote or put nothing out there, I can't put anything out there because then I'm going to fail. I learned in 2020 that when I would get visions, I'll get excited, anxious. And He said, be anxious for nothing. But I get anxious and I'm like, oh, I'm ready. I'm taking off. Like, I didn't finish. You did not let me finish at all. So now you're putting your own twist to it, and that has nothing to do with, you just blew the whole thing. Like, so I'm like, from now on, until He tells me, no, I don't know a release date. No, I don't know this right now. Or, right now, that's all I can tell people until God release and say, go ahead. Because I've learned my lesson to not, go over anything that He has told me to do. So be anxious for nothing is very important because so many times we can get anxious and excited. As soon as because like you said, you know where you're going. So you know that through this obstacle, it's like, but I know the bigger picture.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's like, oh, I'm so ready to get to the picture. Let's go. It's like, slow down, be still,
And it's hard to be still. It's like you said, when you're excited and anxious, you just want to get it out there. But once you do that, you realize how doing that hurts you more than actually being still and listening to what God has for you at that time. There's a time for everything.
Yes. So you really want to be on His timing. How can people purchase your products? And again, could you tell them the name of businesses and how they can purchase the items?
Okay, so I for Melanated Nails, I sell luxury press-on nails at www.melanatednails.com. I'm also on Etsy as well. for melanated nails. For Colored Mindset, currently I'm selling a daily affirmation workbook where it gives you daily affirmations, Bible verses, and journal prompts and workout prompts, all workout schedules and stuff like that, all in the workbook. And you can get that at www.coloredmindset.com.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
All right. So, as you could hear, that was back in 2020, but that went right along with the message that I had on today. So, I hope that you pray before you say anything, and realize the very thing that you are born to do, which is the very thing that you actually love to do, that you would do it if you were not paid to do it. That's why we have so much fun in doing our businesses, because it's something that we actually love to do, without I mean, we're going to get paid, but we can continue to do it because it's something we're going to do anyways, whether we get paid or not. But it's great that we do get paid. But the thing that you're born to do is the thing that you love to do. God doesn't have you doing anything other than what you love to do. He doesn't have me doing anything other than what I love to do. That's why I do it with no problem. I can work on it. I have to make myself break away from the things that he has me to do, because it's the things that I love to do that I was actually born to do. So if you have any more questions, I will try to answer it. I'm going to try to make some blogs or some videos to help people out, since I'm not available. And I know that my calling is to help everyone. So he gave me the wisdom to figure out a way that I can help everyone. So I'm just going to try to make videos so I can continue to do the other things that he has me to do, which is the Beyond the Cover Academy, the show, and, everything else, photography and everything else. So he provides a way for me to do all of these things. So I'm going to do the calling and make sure that I'm able to give the information to his people. So I may start blogs and, logs to let you guys know. And, with these luncheons, if you come in, you will get the knowledge that you need as well. And you are free to ask me any questions there. So that's all I have for you guys on today. Let's go beyond the cover so that you can discover what it is that God has for you to do.